Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome to my Let's Play of Super Mario Bros. 3! Oh boy, I'm excited to play this, especially considering that I literally beat it last night, and this is going to be like the fourth time I'm playing this game this year. So, let's just jump right into this, and I'm pretty sure you guys were looking forward to this, since you all guessed what I was referring to when I gave you the hint at the end of my Sonic the Hedgehog Master System Game Gear project. But anyway, let's begin with World 1-1. Right, here we go. Super Mario Bros. 3 came out for us Americans. I think it was like February 12th, 1990. That sounds pretty accurate. I would make the obvious reference to the Wizard movie, but I'm pretty sure that everyone that's let's played this game has made that reference, so I'm not gonna sound like a broken record. Basic fundamentals. Mario can run, jump. Yeah, he can run, jump. He can also duck. If you hold the jump button down, he'll jump higher, obviously. Few other simple mechanics. Unlike when I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog, like, you need rings in order to survive. In this game, that's not the case. I'm trying to explain this without having to do this really that quickly, so hold on. Anyways, unlike Sonic the Hedgehog, you can't exactly like collect a bunch of, in this game, coins and be fine. No, if Mario takes a hit when he's he's dead immediately. You need to you need to better him by grabbing power-ups throughout the levels. The most prominent one being a mushroom, which will increase Mario's size and allow him to break certain blocks on the level World 1-2. But yeah, if Mario takes a hit when he's mini, that's it, that's done. And being Big Mario is like absolutely necessary if you want to if you want to survive this game, because it's not as hard as Mario 1 and Mario 2. And let me just be frank real quick. The reason why I'm playing this game before I would play like Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers 2 is I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible with those games. I've tried several times in the past to try and do it. I just cannot do it for the life of me. So I do apologize for that. It's just I did not want you guys to see that. I did not feel comfortable with that at all. But anyways, the power-up that I'm holding right now is a new power-up introduced in this game, known as the Raccoon Suit. I'm sure you noticed by now the little P meter that's at the bottom of the screen. It's, I don't know, that's what it's called, I swear. But when you when you're running, that P meter fills up. When it's flashing, it'll show you that Mario's running at max speed. When he's running at max speed, you can take to the skies like so, temporarily. You can also waggle your tail in order to like take out certain enemies or blocks. There's also a number of secrets in this game. For example, all these notes, the white ones can bounce you. As for this one, it takes you to a special level. I actually bit of history with this game. I did say that Sonic the Hedgehog was like the first game I ever owned, so therefore the Genesis is the first system I ever owned. Surprisingly enough, the NES followed suit afterwards. Oh, I could have gotten all those coins. Oh, once you get, oh yeah, also if you get 100 coins, you get an extra life, so keep that in mind. I did say earlier, watch out for those guys, they're nasty. Yes, I got it, awesome. Whenever you complete a stage, you're gonna notice a little roulette box in the middle of the screen. If if you match up 3 in a row, you can get an extra life. If you get 3 of the same symbol, though, you can get more lives. So, like if you get a mushroom, yeah, if you get a mushroom, three mushrooms, you get 2 extra lives. If you get the fire flower, which we actually got one of those right there, I'll explain the items the mushroom houses in a moment. They'll get you 3 lives, and as you just saw with me getting the 3 stars, you'll get 5 lives. The Mario Brothers 1 and 2, they were laid out where you just went from level to level. In this game, there's an actual hub world, and you can do a number of things in them. For example, that mushroom house you just saw me gain access to. That will allow you to grab an item at random, and which will be useful to you later on. And also, when you get said item, you can hold it in your inventory. Your inventory can hold a total of 28 items, and you can either use them immediately or you can save it until for an emergency. Keep in mind, you can only access the inventory in the hub. You can't simply cheese and do it inside the level. It doesn't work that way. Alright, gonna go in this pipe. World 1 is very basic, nothing too taxing, or at least nothing too demanding for the first. It's the first world, obviously, so nothing's going to give you a run for your money in this first world. Alright, another mini game right here. It's sort of a roulette face sort of game. If you match up the faces perfectly, you get a number of lives. It's similar to how the roulette works at the end of each stage. Mushrooms give you 2, flowers give you 3, and stars give you 5. So let's see if I can do this. Alright. See if I can get a mushroom, and nope. 9 times out of 10, you will fail this. If there's a secret to do this, I'd like to know. I'd like to hear it. But here we go. Starting with our first fortress of the game. Fortresses are kind of like the in-between sort of dungeons for Mario 3. Which contain a little mini boss at the end. Some of them can be difficult. It's all about avoiding those little fire hazards, potoboos, I think they're called in this game, and those I forgot what they're called, but to me they're nuclear waffles, so I will say them as such. You saw me pick up the fire flower earlier. I kind of dropped it for the raccoons, suit, because in this game it's marginally better, at least in most cases. When you had the fire flower, you can chuck a whole bunch of fireballs at your leisure. And depending on where you are, whether you're on land or water, it'll determine where the fireball goes. That was Boom Boom. Boom Boom's gonna do a number of things depending on what world you're in, but as long as you keep at him like I was just now, Boom Boom should not give you any trouble whatsoever. Like, he's an absolute cakewalk. Alright, this minigame. This pops up, I think, every time you complete a fortress stage. It's sort of a match memory game. You match up 2 of the same card, you get that item added to your inventory. If it's an extra life, then it obviously gets added to your 1-ups. So let's see, I got 1, and that's all I'm getting, 1. Oh, you can also press the since I'm recording this via the Nintendo eShop, the Virtual Console on the Wii U. So, and I'm using the Pro Controller. I think it was the same for the gamepad. You're gonna press the Y button. If anything, it probably works the same way for the original game. If you press the Y button, you can access your inventory, and that's how you access your items. So keep that in mind. It's very, very useful. Also, when you get a game over in this game, all the levels that you've done, you have to redo, except for the fortress levels. In fact, you could say fortress levels are like a save in a sense, because once you complete them, it generally gives you a shortcut to the rest of the world. And so in the event that you happen to complete set fortress, you can skip all the levels that you did to get to it. So that'll cut down all the redundancy. Like in Mario's 1 and 2, where if you got a game over, you had to restart the entire game, and As the great Sanic would say, that's no good. This game has a number of level tropes. In this case, it's an underground trope. Most of them is just going to be like a flat plane with a whole bunch of like polygonal platforms and stuff. Really basic. We're going to be seeing some more level tropes later. But besides that, World 6. Oh, you also I think it was like level 3 or level 4. This is also the first game that introduces auto-scrolling in a Mario game. Basically, you want to be able to keep up with the screen. If you do not keep up with the screen, you will lose a life. Damn it! I honestly thought I could do that. Oh, I think there's some. Yes, an extra life. Thank you. Ooh, almost died there. The controls in this game aren't one-for-one perfect. But there's I think it's a major improvement from Mario 1 and 2. The slipperiness in those games, the traction in those games were pretty bad. Obviously not as bad in Mario 2, but definitely pretty bad in Mario 1. But yeah, let's see. What else can I say about this game? Oh yeah, my experience, it's very mediocre. I didn't play this a lot as a child. When it came to the NES, it was either the original Mario Brothers or it was the Duck Hunt, which came with it. It was like an expansion sort of cartridge. I barely played Mario 3 as a child. But now we got another gimmick in the overworld. Hammer Bros. Well, they're not always Hammer Bros. Sometimes it's a Boomerang Bro, which I'll throw boomerangs at you. But when you encounter them, excuse me, I apologize. When you encounter them, just take them out. You usually want to hit the block beneath them in order to take them on. So keep that in mind. And whenever you do that, you always get an item. 9 times out of 10 is a star. And unfortunately, that's one thing in this game I'm not a big fan of. The star is very useless in this game. The only time you ever really want to use the power star is to take out the Hammer Bros on the hub world easier. Anyway, this is like the main goal of the game. Bowser's like nephews, cousins, whatever. Miyamoto's been dodging questions for years, so we don't know if they're actually his children or not. But the Koopalings, they've transformed like multiple kings throughout the Mushroom Kingdom into different types of animals and creatures. And our job is to bring them back to normal. Our means of doing this is challenging the Koopalings to a battle on their battleship. This is the other main level trope in this game. Within like the middle, you'll have a fortress, and at the end, you'll have a battleship level. Battleship levels tend to be the most dangerous because it's always filled with bullet bills and whoa, that was close. Bullet bills and cannonballs. So you really want to be careful with these levels. Some of them do have bottomless pits, but since this is the first one, it's not that difficult. But you still want to be on guard because you don't want to get blindsided by some of these, because that has happened to me a couple times. When you reach this pipe, that's where the Koopaling's going to be. So let's take him out. Oh boy. Every Koopa sort of does the same thing, but the more you progress through the game, the Koopalings do add other like strategies to their attack patterns. Their main attack patterns to like shoot some sort of magic spell at you to take you out. But otherwise, it's really not that bad for the first one. I think that one's Iggy. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that first one's Iggy. But that was it. We transformed the first king back to normal. Awesome. That was the first world. These videos are gonna be shorter than I'm sorry. These videos are gonna be shorter than my Sonic ones were, because I like to be more organized with how I'm recording everything. So I'm gonna end each session after each world. So next time on Super Mario Brothers 3, we're gonna be tackling the second world in the game. Until then, I got a juice.